Welcome back, fellas. Let's put this in the ether. You know these guys who are stuck in these failed relationship, failed marriages, right? When you think about it, when I think about it, these guys has no one else to blame but themselves. They should have known they should have known what they got themselves into. Remember, these guys who stuck in these terrible marriage and terrible relationship, right? They're the one who proposed, right? Remember? So they got no one to blame but themselves. They failed to realize how women are. They failed to pick up the cues, the social cues, the female nature. Because of them failing to understand how women are, they put themselves in compromised positions by affiliating themselves with these awful women. Alright? So if anybody's to blame, it's them. We got nothing to blame. It's not our fault. They failed to understand. They failed to seek the knowledge. They failed to understand. These are mainly blue pill. They have to get red pill. This is how they learn. Right? So that's what I'm telling you guys out there. In order for a man to be in a successful relationship or to not to be heartbroken in a relationship, he has to know how female nature works. Or if he failed to do this, he'll trap himself in this failed marriages, failed relationship with women. Guys, you have to be smarter, right? You don't want to blame yourself. You cannot blame anybody else, right? If you are in this failed marriages, failed relationship, right? You have no one to blame but yourself. It's crucial for men to learn how female nature works, right? This is why when you find a wife, you vet. You marry slow. What I mean marry slow? You take your time when trying to marry her. You don't propose her immediately. You take your time. You know, get to know her family, right? Don't sleep with her yet. Don't move in. Don't cohabitate. You take it slow. Guys always have time. It's the women that don't have time. If she try to rush you to marry her, don't do it. Right? What happened? What I told you about rushing. Often enough, when people rush, they make mistakes. Right? When people rush, the risk probability goes high. Right? So you do not rush into marriage. Only fool rush in. Right? Unfortunately, these fools are the men. Right? They got nobody to blame but themselves. So I have no sympathy for them. Right? They're the one. Remember, they're the one who proposed to these women. These women did not ask them to propose. Well, depends on how you mean asking them. Maybe forcing them or nagging them when they're going to get married. That could be a way. But in reality, they're the men, this baby bell simp, are the one who asked them. Like, will you marry? Get down on one knees. Hey, honey, will you marry me? Because I'm completely clueless and stupid to your situations. Right? They're the one who asked the wife. And the wife said, yes, dear, I do. Right? And all this crap ensues, right? So, I see these guys like especially I think they're dumber. I think men could be so dumb because if you fail to learn your mistake once and then you marry again, you gotta be you are a Darwin Award recipient, big time. Like you obviously you did not learn from your first attempt of trying to marry a woman, and then now you're in another marriage, and then you are divorced again. You're a two-time divorce, right? Even worse, a thrice-time divorce, right? But if you put yourself in the position, I don't feel sorry for you. I mean, especially in this day and age where information are widely available. Well, while we here, men like me, are out here trying to tell you the truth about how a relationship is like, and you try to combat us and try to argue with us, they're being not you personally, but them being a blue pill simps, right? Say no, you're just hating on women. All right, man. All right. I got no skin in the game. You win. Go ahead. Go marry this woman that you think is so totally awesome and all that stuff. I'm done. Let's see how it works out, right? And then later on, for them to find out that, oh man, I made a wrong decision. I should have listened to this guy. What he said was right. Women does changes after you marry them, right? They will change on you, man. I'm telling you, they will change on you. They're not very loyal that much, man. They're not very loyal. They just, to them, a marriage is just a attention getter. You know what I mean by attention getter is like, it's their time to get attention, and then once they get the attention, they don't want it no more, and they just toss it away. Like every guy, they got the attention of a guy. This is why you don't give girl that much attention. You don't give girl what she wants, right? If she wants attention, you don't give it to her. You give her what she needs, but you don't give her what she wants. She demands no. Get out of here, woman, right? And this is gonna lead to a lot of heartbreaks and headaches. Because guys, you need to learn the hard way, especially these men who think that we are still living in a fairy tale. Try to chase these ghosts, these women who we thought existed. In actuality, unicorn don't exist. All right, there's no such thing as a unicorn. All right, there's women out there. Right, there's no special one. None of women are not special. They might tell themselves they're special, but they're not that special. They're easy to replace. They have the same mentality. Most of them are they're not any different from each other. Right? Besides aesthetics, one might have a bigger nose, one might have a small nose, but that's it, right? But you as a man, you should already know this, right? Especially this day and age, with information, you could just look it up, right? You could just Google it, dating advice to men. Right? I mean, there are guys out there who's actually giving out vital information about how his dating situation is like for men, how dangerous it is. How is it like? It's like stepping on a landmine. You don't know what to expect, right? You don't know what to expect. It's like in the Congo or something. You don't know what to expect. A lion can pop out of nowhere. Like, what the hell? You know. So that's how dangerous it is to be in a relationship with modern women these days, right? But we're going back to what I'm saying, that if you as a male, you fail to understand this, right? You got no one to blame but yourself, right? And I'm not saving nobody. I'm not saving no three or fours, and I'm especially not saving you after what I'm saying. And you fail to recognize what I'm saying. Go for it, man. Jump in the waters. Jump off the plank, right? Into that viper's pit. But as for me, I'm going to learn from anecdotes and examples and wise people that tells me what's up, right? Because I've seen too much guys that's being heartbroken, too much guys making the wrong decision, too much guys being used and abused and tossed like a rag, I mean, right? And that's not going to be me. I'm fine being alone. I'm not in a rush, right? And so do you. You should not be in a rush because only fool rush in. Ask yourself, are you a fool? Are you going to rush into these relationships not knowing what you're going to expect? Not knowing that she's going to change on you? Maybe she might, maybe she will, maybe she won't. Who knows? And those kind of probability out there of uncertainties, would you take that chances? If you don't know the probability of it, why would you take that chances? The only reason why would you take a chance if you know 100% sure that it's not going to change, right? That's how you know for sure, right? I tell myself, this is a side note, I tell myself, if I were to get married, I would sign a prenup, right? I will make her sign a prenup saying one of the stipulation is I will not get a divorce. In order for me to marry her, she cannot file divorce. That's the stipulation, right? And let's see if she could. Well, let's see if she will fulfill that stipulations. But I don't know, man. Most women, when you bring up the prenup, they don't want to sign it. They think it's an insult. When in actuality, it helps them as well. If the marriage fail, prenup is not just one sided. They don't understand that. Prenup is both sided. She can ask for her demand as well. But most women they're oblivious to how contract works. Right? They're oblivious to the benefit of contracts. Right? She could negotiate stuff too in the contract. But no, they don't want to do that. They're being greedy. That's what they want. When she refused to sign a prenup, she's being greedy. Right? She want everything. The whole 9 yards. Her cake and eat it too. Right? So I'm just on guys who offer a prenup is just looking out for a woman's best interest. That's it. But no, women take it the wrong way. They think, oh, if you love me, you won't sign this paper. No, it's totally different. If you love yourself, you would sign this paper because the prenup would benefit you as much as it benefit me. Right? Then that's the bottom line. You can't say anything else. But back to what I was saying, the guys who did this and suffered from their marriage. They did it to themselves, right? They're the one who proposed to her. No one asked them to propose. And he should have recognized the sign before even proposing of what type of work person she is. So he's to blame. But I digress. Let me know if you agree. You think I'm in the right? Or you think the guy's in the right? Who's to blame? I say the guy's to blame for initiating this. Because he failed to understand all these indicators of how women works. But let me know you agree. Leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, you support my channel. I drop videos daily. So make sure you subscribe. There's always going to be a new video coming out. But on that note, guys, as always, peace and blessing. Thank you for watching.